Podcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, it's Victoria Gibson here from Marvio.com, and it is great to have you all here. It's nice to see so many of you hopping on the call. I'm sure you're from all over the world. It's Friday down here in Melbourne, Australia, but I'm sure for you it's Thursday night over in the US. So I'm super excited about today's free Facebook marketing training because we're always looking for tools to capture more leads on Facebook. So rather than just get more likes or get more shares on your post, it's just great to be able to grab something tangible and get people to either put their hand up and say, yes, I want that product or that special offer, or say, great, I'm going to give you my email address. So you've got kind of two channels to keep marketing to people, A, via, via the email list, or B, via Facebook. So I've come across this great software through a friend of mine actually, and Daniel Sweeney has been kind enough to agree to take you through this new tool. So I'm going to introduce him now. He's on the call. Hey Dan, how are you?
Hey, how's it going over there?
Yeah, it's great, thanks. Nice to have you here. I hear you're going to take us through this brand new software that's created a bit of a buzz.
Yeah, definitely. My name is Sweeney, guys, and I just want to make sure real quick that you guys are all seeing that Splashpost screen and that you guys can hear me all right. So if you guys can just answer in the chat box real quick and say you can hear me all right and that you're seeing that initial screen there.
Okay. Yeah, John said yes. Yeah, Jack said it's all good. So is Owen. Nice to see you here, guys. Monica, Rena's there too. Hi, Rena. Sophie. Great. What did Sophie just say? Yeah, everyone said they can hear and the image is all good.
All right, great. I'm not seeing the question box right now, so I'm going to rely on you for that, all right?
Great. Yes, I'll monitor that for you and just jump in when people have the questions.
All right, sounds good.
Hi, Darcy, too. Sorry, just saying hello
no
to
worries,
all the people that I see on here.
And so what you guys are going to learn today about Splashpost is how specifically to build a huge email list, get better clients, and most importantly, earn more income in the next 30 days. So first things first, my name is Daniel Sweeney. I go by Sweeney. That's what all my friends call me, so feel free to call me that as well. This is actually a picture of me in Chicago recently where I was launching a internet marketing product about Facebook. And for those of you guys who haven't seen me before, haven't seen me around, let me introduce myself real quick. I've personally been in internet marketing since 2008. So like a lot of people, I got my first start as an affiliate marketer. And I was actually in the how to get your ex back niche. So eventually I released my own product in that niche. And as the leads started to dwindle for me, I went to work for a small marketing firm that focused on work for doctors, dentists, and lawyers. Now, eventually, that was a part-time gig, and I went to a full-time position at a software firm, and it was actually medical software, and that was incredibly boring. So sure enough, after a little bit of time, I left that software marketing firm, and I went into the offline marketing space. So I do work for clients online, usually setting up websites and social media pages such as YouTube and Facebook, and I manage their lists and their offers for them. Now, being a younger guy, I'm 23, it's expected of me by my clients and basically everyone to be a Facebook expert. Now, let me tell you, at first when it came to Facebook, I was anything but an expert, and I'll tell you guys more about that story in just a second. But first, let's bring our attention to Facebook as a whole. So most of you have heard this before, and most of you know. This is pretty common knowledge. Facebook has over 1 billion active users, and they have over 11 million local businesses with active fan pages. So why is that important to us? Well, whether we are running ads to those billion active users or we're trying to work with local businesses, the 11 million local businesses, that's more than even Google has. It's important that we know what we're doing. People are spending more time in their Facebook news feed than anywhere else. But as I've said, everyone knows these numbers, and okay, Facebook is huge, but so what? What does that really mean for us? Well, it means that not only do we need to know how to work with Facebook, but we need to know how to dominate it. And we don't need to just get likes and get fans and get shares, but we need to figure out a way to turn a profit from Facebook. The hardest problem that most marketers face with Facebook is turning a profit from Facebook, or even getting leads from Facebook. They might get, likes or fans, but that doesn't actually translate into a bottom line, into a return on investment. So why is that? Well, there's a few different harsh realities with Facebook. Now, in Facebook, users are more experienced and they're smarter in using these social networks than others. We're used to Facebook, so we kind of just, glaze over the ads. Now, also, number two, the range of the demographic population is huge. You have from anywhere from teens to moms, uncles, grandparents, and everything in between. So it's not just one specific demographic. You could market to a 67-year-old that's retired, or you can market to a 17-year-old that's about to go to college. Now, social networks are also a place where people go to connect with friends. So they are especially, they're especially annoyed and almost aggravated when it's like, oh, someone's trying to sell me something. Why would they be trying to sell me something? So the usual tactics you might use in marketing, more kind of direct response and hard-hitting stuff, doesn't work as well on Facebook. Now, most of you guys may have heard of the Facebook algorithm, and this is also going to play a huge part. Now, fourth is brands are becoming publishers, and any brand is a media company now. And this is something I'm going to fully explain in just a few seconds, but whether you're publishing text updates or videos or photos, that's media. You're now in the media business to some small degree, and that's the way that you have to look at it. Now, the fifth is a community manager job is not a simple one. So whether you have someone that's managing the Facebook community for you or you're doing it for a client or a customer, it's not simple. You have to realize how you can connect with the audience and communicate the brand's message in a way that's going to not only grow your brand but also create a return on your investment. So is that kind of making sense to you guys? I'm sure some of this you've probably heard before. You've seen yourself when using Facebook.
Yeah, I think you can see the chat box there. I think everyone's saying, yep, that makes sense. I think that's the thing. It's time to start standing out. So this is exciting.
All right. So what we all want to know is, how do we get an ROI with Facebook? And there's three different ways. You can be trained, educated, and capable of handling all the social media communication, both good and bad. You can live and breathe the social media, know the market inside and out, and be on the edge of the latest and newest trends and changes, or you can have a competitive advantage. Now, the first and second one, that's what falls into a lot of the big guys. Coca-Cola can afford to spend $10 million on a Facebook community team. That's something we can't afford, nor do we have the time or resources to do. But however, the last option, I think, does not. And I feel that it bridges the gap between old and new media, and it's justifiable for any budget. So what you guys are going to discover on this webinar is how you can capture emails with one-click opt-in form directly inside of Facebook, how you can run special offers or coupon codes, no more worrying about Groupon or Living Social or anything like that and the huge cut that they take, how you can add a sales video or a video opt-in all directly inside of Facebook. And as a thanks to you guys, spending your time with me and joining me, I want to make a promise to you, the Sweeney promise, as I call it. So you guys got to stick with me to the very end. Commit here and stay with me to the very end. And in return, I'm going to give you legitimate, actual resources that you guys are going to be able to use in your business today. I can already tell that you guys are the kind of people that probably take action and you do things because, you showed up today. So I want you guys to stick with me here and learn this knowledge. And I hope in return what you guys do learn excites you so much that you'll be able to take action today, whether that's Thursday in the States or Friday over in Australia. So when I first started personally using Facebook fan pages, it was extremely frustrating for me. For myself or for my clients, whether it was an info product or marketing a local business, I basically had no idea what I was doing. I was able to slowly generate likes and shares, but even then I wasn't making any sales, and I was constantly logging in and out of these different fan pages so that I could post updates, which was extremely time consuming. And it seemed like no matter how much time or effort I put at it, my conversions were never what I had hoped for. So the real question here is, how do we take these fans and how do we turn these fans into profits? Mr. Zuckerberg isn't the only person out there who's actively working to make a profit from Facebook. We too are trying to make a profit from Facebook. So first, I'm going to show you guys how we can create engaging Facebook posts so we can get those fans in case you don't have those fans. And then I'll show you how we can encourage those users to either opt into our email lists or take an action so we can make a sale. So I want everybody to pull up a chair here, maybe get out your notepad, get out a pencil and pen, get ready to take down this information. I didn't put too much of it on the slides because I want you to pay attention and really listen here. Now, what is EdgeRank? Now, a lot of you have seen Facebook Timeline. Everyone has Facebook Timeline by now. And there was a few of us that got really good at gaming Facebook fan pages. Then Facebook switched it on us. They came out with Facebook Timeline, and they've now slowly rolled out Facebook EdgeRank. So Facebook EdgeRank is a formula that decides how much a post shows up and how often a post shows up. Now, this formula consists of affinity, weight, and time decay. Now, affinity is the reason why, how you are affiliated with the post. So if you like videos, if you're always watching videos on Facebook, more videos are going to show up in your newsfeed. If you're always interacting with pictures on Facebook, more pictures are going to show up in your newsfeed. If you, for example, like the Beatles and some other artists post about the Beatles, that could potentially show up in your newsfeed because you've shown that you like the Beatles. So this is your interaction kind of with the content and other users and brands on Facebook. Now, weight. Weight is the second part of this equation. Weight is given differently to every single post. So every single post has a different weight attached to it. So which posts have the most weight? Do you guys want to guess? Take a quick guess which posts you think have the most weight? Victoria, what are the people saying?
I'm just pictures. Imran said pictures, so images are number one. Shares. No, thanks, Imran. You're top of the class. So yeah, pictures seem to be the big winner there.
So we got some smart people on this webinar. I like it. Wait, the first one is photos and videos. Photos and videos are given the most weight, followed by links, and lastly is plain text updates. And that's why a lot of times, especially with the people that know what they're doing, even if they post, big wall of text, as we call it, multiple paragraphs of text, they post it with a picture. Now, new features also get more weight, and a post engagement by Facebook users will give it more weight. Obviously, shares get the most weight, followed by comments and then likes, but shares are very hard to get. Now, the last part of the equation is time decay. So how old a post is, and as the post gets older and older, it slowly loses value. So part of that equation that you want to consider is, if you put a post at 5 a.m. when no one's on, it's not going to get any likes, and by the time anyone sees it, it's already going to have the time decay kick in, and it's basically going to fall off. So you want to be careful about when you post. So knowing this, how can we grow a page virally? So this is how you virally grow a fan page, and I have one Facebook fan page, which is pretty sure it's I love iPhone. It's something around Apple and iPhone users, and it has 70,000 likes. So how did I grow it to that many likes? How did I grow this page virally? First things first, as you guys said and as I've mentioned, you have to use images. Videos and links are good too. They can help switch it up, and videos are very engaging, but images are ideal. Even if you do have that longer, Facebook post that's just text, find an image that somehow correlates to the story and throw it in there. So which pictures do the best? Cutesy pictures sell. Cute animals, cats, dogs, they work awesome. What also works well is landscape pictures, obviously pictures of women. And I know some of you are thinking, hey, I'm in a basic business that we can't post pictures of cats and dogs all day. I get it. Me too. So if you can't do that, what you can do is post a picture of a good quote or a good tip. Maybe something out of that, writing that you have, or something you've said, or something else you've seen someone that's popular said. Motivational and inspirational stuff works especially well, in the health niche or the business niche, and that's going to work really well for you guys. Now, you also want to make sure to write a call to action, a CTA. This is direct response 101. You have to be telling them to take an action. So you might have, so click like if this made you smile, or if you're going to ask them a question to try to get comments, you want to ask a simple opinion-driven question or a fill-in-the-blank question. You don't want them to think too much. You just want them to react and enter. Now, we also, of course, want to get shares, but shares can be a little more tricky to get. So maybe, you want to put that in the bottom somewhere. But for the most part, you're really going to want to gun for the likes and the comments. Now, this is an actual example of a post I did for Splashpost. And Splashpost is obviously a software, okay? So posting pictures of software all day is not exactly going to get anyone excited. So instead, I tried to do something to make it personal, but still have an image that would pop a little bit. So here I have a picture of me, as you can read right in the middle there, which is what I'm actually doing, currently drinking a blood orange pure tea while hard at work on this webinar for you guys. This was a few weeks ago. So I took a picture in the coffee shop. I included Splashpost on the screen to actually make it relevant. I have my call to action at the top. Click like if you like getting work done in a coffee shop. I know personally, I get a lot of work done in coffee shops because I can get away and I can get things done. Then I had, something to connect and make it relevant. And then I had check out the webinar here, which is the second call to action. So here I have two call to actions, one to get engagement and then one to actually convert leads, to actually get leads for what I'm trying to do. So that's kind of a simple example and shows you, how you can put in call to actions and how you can do something a little bit more creative no matter the brand. Now, as I mentioned time decay before, it's important when you post. So what are the best times to post? 7 a.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Eastern, and then if you're going for the 18 to 24 demographic, bless your heart, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Now, we can probably guess why these are the best times to post, but in case you're drawing a blank, 7 a.m., most people are waking up, they're still getting up, messing around on their phones while they're getting ready or maybe eating breakfast to go to work. 5 p.m., the workday's starting to end, so they're starting to slack off a little bit, maybe go on their phones or, on their computers. They're starting to go on Facebook or they're already off, so they're seeing what their friends are doing. And then 11 p.m., they're starting to wind down, they're starting to go to sleep, they're starting to lay in bed and be on Facebook while watching TV. So these are the best times to post. And you want to make sure you post at a good time or, especially depending on your demographic, because, the sooner you can get some likes and some engagement flowing on a post, the better it gives that post an actual chance of really, kind of catching the wave and showing up in a lot of news feeds. So, knowing all of that, how are we going to monetize all of this info? Whether for ourselves or our clients. Now you have a pretty good idea of how we can grow a page virally. It's really not as hard as you may think, but just because we have these likes now and we're getting fans, you can throw up a picture and get 1,000 likes of, a cute puppy. That's great, but is that going to make us any money? No. So for me personally, after kind of figuring out how to create a viral presence and grow a page, the next step was, how do I create a profit from Facebook? Now, all my clients were still begging me at the time to take over their Facebook fan pages and manage their campaigns for them, but I really didn't feel confident. I knew I had to have, a competitive advantage in some way, but I didn't know what that was going to be. So I kind of set out to create this advantage. What could I do that would help me stand out from the crowd and really just give me an edge that no one else had? And I was thinking, the bread and butter of internet marketing is opt-in forms and email lists. And that's the reason why a lot of you are on this webinar right now. You probably got an email or you signed into an opt-in form. So how could I bring that concept to Facebook? I started to get to thinking, and I thought, what if you could have an email form directly inside of Facebook? Facebook doesn't want its users going off of Facebook. They'll actually, downgrade any post with the link where you're trying to take them off of Facebook. So I thought if I could do this, surely my conversions would skyrocket. Now, I'm not exactly a tech genius, you know. I can get on a webinar and I can put together a slideshow, but that's kind of where it ends. So I set out to find someone who could. Now, after a bit of networking on my part, I met Thomas right there in the bottom left. Now, he had a Facebook software called PageModo that ended up getting acquired, and he went out to, he's been located in Thailand. So we were chatting, and he told me he was just kind of still hanging out over there, not really doing much after the sale of his most recent software company. And I mentioned some of the ideas that I was having, namely for a Facebook opt-in form inside of Facebook. I mean, an opt-in form inside of Facebook. Sorry. Now, even through the webcam, he couldn't hide his excitement. His face lit up, and you could tell he was actually excited about something. We both had to go because we had meetings to get to, but we promised to catch up next week. Sure enough, next week comes, and we jump on our Sunday call. And he tells me, Sweeney, I think I got something. Sure enough, he shows me a very rough and not a very pretty looking, but an email opt-in form inside of Facebook. After a little bit of testing and sending access my way so that I could find ways to break it and make it better and more beautiful, we finally created something that we were proud of, largely due to Mixer X, which is this crazy developer coder guy over in Thailand. I haven't even met the guy. I don't know the guy personally, but he's the best of the best. So after we're finally, where we'd like it to be, we decided on the name Splashpost. So now it was time to put Splashpost to the test. So this is a short run I did here, which is where I basically just gave away, free ebooks every week. Nothing too crazy. And this is a pretty well-known author named David Cook, who's a client that I ended up working with. And as you can see here, we received over 408 clicks and collected 182 emails. So that's a 45% conversion rate. And the wonderful thing, too, is you can see the countries here that these emails and these clicks came from, which is awesome. This isn't without, knocking any country. Obviously, some countries have more money than others. We want our leads to be from those countries. This is going to show you where you're getting your leads from. So after having that short run go successful, it was time for a bigger run. Now, this was a very similar campaign. Once again, giving away free ebooks from, different authors, and we ran it on a bigger scale and on a bigger fan page. This time we had 2,300 clicks, a little bit over that, and collected almost 800 emails, which is a 34% conversion rate, which is unheard of on Facebook. Most people can barely currently get, like a 1% conversion rate if they're lucky. And once again, you can see all the countries that these clicks came from. So what is Splashpost? Splashpost is a simple software. It's going to allow fan page owners, and you can use it on your personal Facebook timeline or in Facebook ads or in Facebook sponsored posts to sell to fans, collect email addresses, and distribute coupons and more. This is going to actually help you finally turn likes into profits and fans into sales by engaging and interacting with your fans directly inside of the newsfeed. Now, this was made for non-technical folks. I'm not a technical folk, as I mentioned, so you don't need any kind of crazy programming skills. If you can get on this webinar, if you can send an email, you can use this software. It has a very simple walkthrough wizard, and it has built-in templates that you can customize to your liking. So that's great because, we don't know how to design a template ourselves. No one has time for that, and that's a big, huge hassle that is completely dissolved and something we don't have to deal with. But we can customize it to our liking by switching around the colors and adding our own pictures and texts, so it's still ours and it's still going to work for our customers. And you're going to be able to put clickable buttons inside these posts, so whether you want to direct them to a fan page inside of Facebook or to another URL, you're going to be able to do that. On the back end of the software, you're going to get detailed analytics on how each post performed. So as I showed you guys before, you're going to see how many post clicks you had, how many button clicks you had, videos played, emails collected, and you're going to see the cities and the countries of the users that viewed the content. So I want to do something for you guys. I want to show you the software and show you how easy it is. And what I like to call the process is the 5 steps, 5 minutes, and 5 times the results. So Victoria, are you ready to see the software in action? I think you've tested out a little bit, but I still want to show it to your users.
I want to see an expert give me a good demonstration, but I was using it just over the last couple of days, and I've got to say it's amazing. I did post something with an email capture on my page, and within seconds I had people's email addresses straight into my autoresponder. So, I mean, as a Facebook marketer, and I obviously teach Facebook marketing, but I have a lot of clients myself, and you know, this is just so much easier. The amount of times that you can minimize people having to click and hop off the post is great. So I'm really impressed with it. And I didn't know it was a guy who did PageModo, because I used to love PageModo as well. So now it sort of looked a little similar. I was thinking it was a really nice kind of intuitive interface. So I love it. Can't wait to see it. And I think
I gotta say, I would have never been able to do this without Thomas. I will take credit for the idea, but that's about all.
Yeah, I don't think I could have either, but it's great bringing it to life. So is everyone else ready to see it? Who's excited? Because I think this is something really different. So, yeah, everyone said, yeah, I'm ready.
And while I do, you know, obviously I do consider myself an expert, you know, on Facebook and in Splashpost, but I'm still not a huge technical guy. So I want you guys to see how simple this really can be. So once you actually log into Facebook, into the Splashpost dashboard, connects directly with your Facebook. So, you know, you sign up one time and then you're good to go. Any pages that you're connected to, you're going to be connected with. So you click in the upper top right and you create a new post. Now here's where we select the post type. And I'll show you guys a little bit later all the different templates we have. And these are what the different templates can do. As we've mentioned before now, the big ones is that you can collect emails from fans, whether you want to do that with a kind of opt-in form, or if you want to have a video opt-in, you can do it either way, and you can also run promotions for fans. So whether you want to give away something free, and I'll give you guys an awesome way you can use this to collect leads for local clients, or you know, you want to give away a free ebook or video if you're an info marketer, you can do that. After we've selected the template type, we'll select our template, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. This is the one I went with. I really like this template. And here's an example of, this is just something simple. This is, you know, like a cheap car wash that a local car wash dealer would do. Now, what people have had a lot of good success with is using this for dentists or chiropractors, any kind of info marketing, lead generation, whether you want to give away a free ebook or a video series like I've mentioned. So everything you're seeing here, right here, the dollar car wash, the special just for customers, Bill's car wash, that can all be changed. That can all be edited. All that text can easily be edited. You simply upload a picture, take a picture, you upload it, and use our simple crop tool right here, and you're good to go. We have 3 different color presets, which all already look nice. But if you want to go crazy, we have the more colors option, and you get the full color wheel. So any color you can think of, whether it's, you know, F47 or, you know, I don't know colors that well. I'm not a designer. But you can use any custom color you want. Next, we decide if we want to add a gate. Now, gates are a pretty special part of our software. And you can either use share gates or email gates to require visitors to either post your, you know, share your content before they can view it, or to enter their email before they can view it. Now this works really well if you're doing an awesome giveaway that they're already kind of sold on and they're excited, so they click and then they get hit with the gate. They say, yes, I want in, you know, they enter their email or they share it, so then they can see and get the offer. Now here's where we type in our status message. Now this is what's going to actually show up on Facebook before they click to open up the multimedia post, which I'm going to show you guys in just a second. So whatever you write here is going to actually show up on Facebook. Then once they click it, it's going to go into that bigger square where you're going to have your video or your opt-in. So here's just some sample text I wrote. You can edit right here, right here, right here. You're going to want to use a kind of viral image or something that's going to entice people to click. I just use, the same image because, of course, I was being me. You're going to want to use something viral when you're doing this, for yourself or for your customers. Then you simply preview it, see that you like how it looks. You can connect your email autoresponder to have a simple way to have your opt-ins just instantly get inputted into your email autoresponder. We work with all the top 5 autoresponders. We connect with them very easily. Or you can schedule the post for later. So remember what we said about time decay and the best times to post. Maybe you're setting up a post right now and you want it to go out at 11 p.m. Or maybe you want it to go out tomorrow morning. And this is great because you're going to be able to schedule posts, unlimited posts, and then you're not going to have to be a slave to Facebook. You can set up a bunch of these and then you're good to go. Now, right here is an example of a video opt-in form. This is actually a video promotion. So you enter the URL of a video you want to use. You can put it on YouTube or you can put it on, somewhere else if you don't want it to be as public. Once again, we have color presets already ready for you guys. You can edit the text here. This is where you're going to enter how you want it to appear on Facebook. And then once again, you either schedule it or you send it out now. So in just around 5 minutes or so, I would say probably even less as you get used to it, you can put out an awesome multimedia post. And as I mentioned, you guys are going to be able to schedule as many updates as you want. So I wanted to show you guys real quick. I want to show them how it looks live. Does that sound cool to you guys? Do you want to see how it actually appears in a Facebook news feed?
Yeah,
so let me load this up real quick on my web browser. All right, had to clear my notifications. Someone sent me a spam game invite. Gotta hate those. So here's the actual. Here's the car wash one. So this is where the magic comes in, right? So someone sees this, they go, free car wash. Bill's gone mad. That's interesting. They click here, and then Splashpost goes to work, pops open, and it gives them this awesome, beautiful looking email opt-in form. Now this one I had a ShareGate set up on, so whatever text you use here, you're going to want it to be enticing enough that they're going to be willing to share it in order to reveal the deal. So they click share. It's going to open up their Facebook fan page. It's going to open up their own wall. It's going to be ready to share. And now they can access the content. Now, claim now, you can have whatever URL you want. You can have it go to a thank you page. You can have it go to, some sort of follow-up sequence. Now here, as I mentioned, I'm in the X-Back niche. So this was actually a simple page, a fan page I had set up for it. And this would be this is an example of an email opt-in form. So this is another one of my favorite templates because it has the 3 pictures on the bottom, which looks really good. And you enter, some enticing information here, whatever kind of business you're in, whatever you're giving away. You have your headline, your sub-headline. You get them to enter their email address, and it connects directly to your email autoresponder once you set that up and you're good to go. Now this one is an example of a video. It's going to take a few seconds to load because generally loading these things live on webinars isn't as favorable. But as you can see, even there, that was pretty quick. And then you have your video ready to go right inside of Facebook. And you can have either your offer on the bottom or an email opt-in on the bottom. So you see how awesome this software can be and how really engaging it is. People are used to clicking on these buttons. They want to click on these buttons. They haven't seen it before. The only time they've seen it is with the YouTube, and they're already preconditioned to click on it. So I also want to show you guys right now the different templates we have. So let me have this load up in the webinar. Can everyone see that page all right? Seems okay.
I can definitely see it. Yeah.
All right. And I have my little webinar preview set up, so.
I know.
So
it's good just to check.
Yeah. These are all different templates you can use, and as I mentioned, you can customize the pictures and you can customize the colors, and these are great because you don't have to worry about designing your own template or paying someone $1,000 to make something that looks beautiful for you. You just need a few pictures, a little bit of text, and you're up and running and you're ready to go. So let me just finish, just in case anyone didn't get to see it, to make sure that loads for everyone.
I love it. I think also this is the good thing about the Page Moto influence too. It's nicely designed too. Like this doesn't look cheap and nasty. This is good quality. So I think that's important for, I know a lot of the people who are on the call and maybe listening in later that, they want something that looks good and professional because nobody wants spam in their newsfeed. So I think this is a really nice, clean way of getting your special offers out there. And the video just looks amazing. It's great.
Oh, I agree. You want something that's going to represent your business. You want something that looks good and represents your business well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's really important on Facebook. And I think as soon as you don't pay attention to that, you're going to get bad results. So this is a really nice way and makes it super easy because otherwise when you're bootstrapping as well, you don't want to be paying designers all the time. So being able to just have this ready to go, I think is fantastic. Cuts out the middleman, reduces your expenses, and makes a really big impact. So I'm excited about it. It's great.
And here's a big part of Splashpost too. If the other stuff didn't excite you, this definitely should. Splashpost works on mobile. So I mean, over 50% of Facebook is mobile. And
yeah,
a lot of marketers.
Actually, I read yesterday. 60% already.
60%. So even more.
Yeah, it's huge.
So most people aren't.
Sorry, can I interrupt?
Oh no, you're good. Go.
10% of all the app usage is Facebook. So whenever somebody is using an app on an iPhone, internationally, 10% of that traffic is actually going to the Facebook app. So that's how big it is. I mean, that's just huge, the quantum of people doing that. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I was even quite blown away by that stat yesterday.
And it's one of those things that everyone kind of knows, but no one does anything about. It's like, oh yeah, right. there's a lot of mobile users, but oh well. No, yeah, I mean, as you said, 60%.
Yeah, it's huge. And also, there's a key point there because PageMoto and other app creation tools are great, but they don't show up on Facebook when you, say, might run an ad just to one of those landing pages. It often doesn't show up on Facebook. So this is a great way around that, getting that opt-in. So you could still be making sure that you're getting that opt-in out there even without ads straight in the newsfeed is fantastic.
Exactly. Now you're going to be able to go after these, mobile users that, first off, they aren't seeing very many ads to begin with, and you probably weren't even, reaching before.
Yeah.
So now you guys know how with Splashpost you can join and make your first post, how you can build an email list from Facebook, and how you can automate your Facebook posting. And just think about whether you're doing it for your own products or for a client. You can easily upsell a client or sell one of these services for $4.97 a month to a local client. I mean, if you have a lot of people that are doing ads and running ads, for clients currently, what better way to be able to get into a client's, I call it the Trojan horse method. What better way to get in the door than to say, hey, I have this awesome, cool software that's going to be able to reach your Facebook fan page users and other Facebook users. It's going to work in mobile. I can show it to you right now on my iPhone. Check this out. This is what I can do for you, and no one else can do this for you. I mean, this is going to really give you a competitive advantage because you're going to also, not only are you going to get those clients, but you're going to drastically increase conversions on any promotion you run in any niche. So you're really going to be able to do, something else for them. You're really going to be able to show results, which is hugely important. And I mean, if you're running, a picture or text link, yes, you can grow a page virally, as I showed you guys and told you guys, but no, you're not going to be able to really get leads and get sales out of that. And even I have a small strategy that I'll tell you guys about Facebook media buying, which is what I call it, towards a little bit later, towards the end of the webinar. So even if you don't have a list, or you've never, you don't have a Facebook fan page, or you've never run ads, it's a way you can jump in right now and get started with Splashpost and start getting leads and then eventually selling those leads. So for all these reasons mentioned, I think that's why I personally use Splashpost. That's why I think you guys need Splashpost. And this is going to be the next big step in your business. and something that's really going to be a game changer for your business. Now, this is Mike Worley's page. He told me he was using Splashpost and getting great results for it. And I checked out his website. He didn't even ask us, he didn't even ask us if he could do this. He just endorsed us without us, even asking for it. And I read what he had to say about Splashpost, and he said he collected over 11,000, well, not 11,000, I'm sorry, 1,100 emails in 48 hours from a single post by using Splashpost. And that's why he now recommends it as something that he uses personally and that he's seen, is incredibly effective for him. As you guys can see here.
That is a lot. Sorry, I was just jumping in. That's amazing results. To get that sort of volume of emails is great.
Oh, I mean, that's more than most people collect in a month. So
yeah, exactly.
And that's in 48 hours.
What a shot in the arm to your email list. That's great. Awesome.
As mentioned, Thomas did work with PageMoto, so when we did come out with Splashpost, it got a little bit of a buzz. And this, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of TechCrunch, but they had an article about Splashpost. And what I loved most, that they said, everything else, whatever, but Splashpost is designed with the goal of making it easy for anyone to use. So it doesn't matter, what kind of experience you have in, design or technical skills. You're going to be able to quickly make something that's beautiful and it's going to look great on your pages.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Brian Moran of Get 10,000 Fans fame. And this is what he had to say about it. Oh, no, you're fine. He said, "It is the most powerful Facebook marketing tool I've ever used. I can't believe how simple it is." I mean, it really doesn't get better than that. Not only powerful, but simple. Michael had to say, "Building my subscriber list is the most important piece of my business," which is true for most businesses. And he said, "And Splashpost makes it so easy." And here Carla here said, "I love your product. I currently use it to collect about 50 emails a day on my own account, and we just got started." So what I'm sure a lot of you guys, you've heard about Splashpost, you've heard how you can use it in your business, and you heard how it's going to help you guys. And a lot of you guys, might want to check out Splashpost today, which is awesome. Maybe you've checked out the site already. When me and Victoria first started talking about this, I said, is there something, we both kind of agreed that we should do something for you guys. So I set up a special, kind of a special little deal for you guys here. And what you guys are going to get is you're going to get a 2-year license for a Splashpost agency account. So this is a $1,608 value because we've sold this previously. We actually used to sell it for $97 a month, but now we sell it for $67 a month, but it's billed annually. So if you were to try to get it today, it's going to cost you $800 for the year before you can even get started. With that, you're going to get unlimited updates. They're delivered instantly. So Facebook changes, we change, you get updated, and you don't have to worry about it. Because you're going to have that agency account, you're going to get unlimited posts, pages, and email exports, and the ability to add team members. Do you have 3 team members? You have 30 pages? You have 100 posts? You have 1,000 email exports you need to do? No problem. You're going to be able to do it all. And you're going to get the Sweeney support guarantee. So this is something we put together for you guys. I kind of thought, you know what? It's not enough. So what you guys are also going to get is this simple PDF, which is Facing the Facebook Facts, Why Your Business Should Like Facebook. Now this is great because no matter what your previous experience is with Facebook or is currently, it's going to get you up to speed. It's going to teach you all about Facebook timeline and show you guys how to set up a Facebook fan page and how you can customize a fan page. So if you don't have experience in Facebook, that's okay. We'll get you up to speed. We'll get you going. Most of you guys are probably very talented and know a lot about Facebook, of course. But for those of you that might not, we have you back and we're going to have you covered. And then also something else I wanted to do, and this is, I'm only going to be able to do this for the first 10 spots. So only for the first 10 spots that sign up are you guys going to actually be able to receive this. We're going to do a special webinar with Lo Silva. I myself might even join on, and he's going he was recently on Entrepreneur on Fire and a few other publications, and he's also in conjunction with Traffic Black Book, which is about to come out. And what he's going to do, he's going to take you guys by the hand. He's going to show you how to use this software. He's going to help you generate more leads and increase conversions and get new clients. At the end, he's even going to do a question and answer, a Q&A. Any questions you may have, he's going to answer them. So whether you're just starting out or you already have 10 clients, he's going to be able to help you basically make more money and have, a simpler business. So that's a special thing that we set up for you guys. As long as, Victoria, you all right with jumping on that webinar with Los maybe? And
yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. No, that'd be great. Of course. I love Los. He's brilliant. No, that's good. I'd love to.
So that's everything you guys are going to get. Just to cycle back, is a 2-year license. So for 2 years, I hate monthly bills. I don't like them. I'm always trying to lower them. I rather, pay for it and not have to worry about it, which is $1,608 value. And you're going to get the unlimited updates, unlimited posts, the agency level, and the Sweeney support guarantee. So for any of you guys that want to jump on board, you can jump on board now at splashpost.com/go/VG. I will type that into the chat box for you guys so that you guys can go there. And remember that the first 10 people that do decide to join will get that special webinar with Los Silva and Victoria.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That'll be great.
If you want to grab that and put it into an HTML and send that real quick for me, that'd be...
Yes, I will indeed. I'll pop that in the bottom of the chat box. Oh, you've already popped that down there, so that should work down there.
And for any, I'm not sure. I can't see the question box right now.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a few people that are asking, about the price and whatnot. As I said, it's $1,608 value. If you go to that link, you're going to be able to see the price, and you're going to be able to get set up and join Splashpost. And remember, the first 10 users that come on board, you guys are going to be able to get into that special webinar with Los Silva. And anyone that joins is going to get that PDF, which is going to get you guys up to speed. Now, once you guys join Splashpost, you're going to be able to collect leads without a squeeze page, directly inside of Facebook. You can make video sales letters directly inside of Facebook, put viral opt-ins inside, force people to share your links. You're definitely going to double the clicks on your promoted posts. You're going to have cheaper ad spend and get more sales. For those of you that do Facebook ads, this is going to change the way you do business. Now you can have deals directly inside of the news feed or run a contest directly inside, and you're going to get full support. So check out that link right there, splashpost.com/go/VG.
Yep, I've got that down the bottom of the chat box for people who want to just click on a link. It's down the bottom there.
And can you guys just tell us, tell her that if the link's working all right, can you guys all just check out that link for us real quick?
Yeah.
Click that link on the bottom.
Click on it and making sure it's all okay. Someone also before, Sweeney, just asked if this works in any other languages. I'm assuming it's just English only.
I have to admit I've not got that question, but the text, you can edit the text. So
yeah, so you should be able to put it in any language.
I was gonna say I mean, as long as you know how to speak the language that you're trying to go after, you should be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
I would tell them,
or use Google Translate.
Yeah, but if they jump on board and they have any problems with that, I would be more than happy, to help out and help them with that. But you should be good to go no matter what language. I have to admit,
Excellent.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, well, it just popped up and I wasn't 100% sure. But I guess, yeah, I mean, I know from using it myself, I've just been able to put whatever text I want in there, and the rest is visual. So even the buttons, you can change the text on. So I think that's important too, because sometimes you might have a higher converting text that you put on all your landing page buttons. So I quite like that too, because some sort of plug and play software doesn't allow you to change that, or doesn't allow you to change the colors. So I love the fact that you can change all those things too, which is great.
Exactly. And as mentioned before, because of the agency account that you're getting, you can use this on clients' page as long as you get access, and you can post it as many times as you like on your own niche pages as well. You can use it on your own Facebook profile. I'm going to show you guys how in just a second too, how you can do a way that you can run it with Facebook ads outside of, not just sponsored posts, but how you can run it with Facebook ads.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
also, as I mentioned, the Sweeney guarantee, we don't want people that are just, trying the software out, but we want you guys to be confident and comfortable with your purchase. So if there's any issues within 30 days and we can't resolve them in a timely fashion, we're more than happy to refund your purchase in full. I work hard and I care about this product. I know Thomas cares about this product. And between him in Thailand and me over here, we're basically 24/7. There's always someone that's going to be able to help you and help you, with any issue you may have. So I want you guys to feel comfortable in purchasing it. And this is a special offer just for my lovely Australian friend. So you guys are not, this is not a general public offer. Even if you were to go to the site, it's going to be almost twice to 3 times as expensive. You can't get this offer anywhere else.
Exactly.
We only have 10 spots on that bonus too for anyone that wants to be a part of that webinar.
Yeah, so basically, a couple of people just asking, they're saying that they want to use it for their own brands and they're not agency. But this is such a good deal. You can use this completely for your own brand as well. It doesn't matter that it's called a reseller account. It's just an option. You can still use it for your own brand.
The reason why we wanted to do an agency account is because then you're not limited in any way.
Yes.
Whether it's how many posts you want to have or schedule, or if you have multiple fan pages, even if you don't, or email exports, you're not limited in any way. You have full range with the software.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good because you may change your Facebook page or add another one later, and you'll still be able to use Splashpost. So it's just great to have those options. And don't forget what Sweeney said about being able to use it on your personal profile too. That's really important because a lot of people are gathering more friends on there as well. So it's kind of a nice place to be able to use it on your personal profile as well as your page. So the agency account allows you to do that, and it's substantially less. This offer is substantially less than what it's selling for, so it's great.
I think it's actually around, if you do the math, it's around 70% off or so. So that's
fantastic.
That's not bad, huh?
Yeah. And then, sorry to interrupt.
Oh no.
Going through questions here. Gary's just asked, is the agency version branded or white label? You don't really have any branding on this that I could see when I was using it.
Not on the. I mean, you couldn't resell your account,
right?
If that's kind of what he's getting at, that's not the direction we're taking with it. I mean, if you have clients that you want to use it on, you'll be good to go. But it's not. I wouldn't say that's the direction. You're not going to be able to sell your account. Yeah. Your account's going to be attached to you. So.
Yeah. So Gary might be asking that you could sell the service to people and charge them a monthly amount.
You can definitely. Account.
Yeah. Great. Excellent. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. That's all the questions.
Oh, no worries. I was going to say, if anyone has any questions right now, I'm going to give you guys 2 quick tips that I've been seeing awesome success with. If anybody has any questions about the software or a way they can use it to upsell a client or get a client, by any means, send that through the chat box. We'll get to that in just a second. I want to show you guys real quick. These are the settings. Yep, it's showing up. So these are the settings. Let me put this on full screen so you guys can all see it okay. These are the settings you can use if you want to run ads with it. You can set it up as a video ad and as the desktop on the right. So this is with the Power Editor. If you have any problems with that, of course, just ask that. Send us an email and reach out. But that's a little trick there. And this is something else that I heard about recently. So this is what I was talking about with Facebook media buying. And I don't think there's a course on this yet. So who knows, next week someone might be trying to sell you on this. But right now this information is free. Something you can do if you don't have a huge list or you don't have a client yet. You can find a Facebook fan page that has a lot of likes, it has a lot of fans. Then you approach the owner of the Facebook fan page and you negotiate a deal with them. You say, for 3 posts, say I pay you $100 or something along those lines. Say maybe, hey, can I do a test post? I'm just trying to do this, this, and that for $25, or can I do 3 posts for $100? And most fan page owners are going to say yes, because they aren't making any money off their fan pages. In those bigger communities, they aren't making any money. So now, once you've done that, you can do 2 things. You can either resell that post. So say you bought 3 posts at $100, you can resell that for $250 to someone, or you can go and set up that post, collect the leads from the post that you might do. So for example, in the chiropractic niche, something that a lot of people do is they give away a free massage. So they will they'll give away a free massage so they can bring clients in and get clients into the office and into the building to meet with the doctor. So say you get 20 people that sign up wanting that free massage from a chiropractic office. You go around to the local chiropractic, say it's a local page in a local niche. You go around to those local chiropractors and you say, hey, I got 20 people that that are willing, 20 leads, 20 hot leads, and I have their email address, or I have their phone number, and I have their name. How much would you be interested in paying me for that? So that's an easy way you can turn a $20 post into $2,000, or you can just sell that post, and buy the post for $20, negotiate with the client for $50, and then set up that post for them, and make a little money without even having any kind of fan page or list or anything like that.
Yeah, great. So just to clarify before about the white label question, Gary was just wanting to know whether Splashpost appears on the Facebook page post when you use Splashpost. So the name Splashpost isn't on your Facebook on that post, is it? It doesn't.
I'm pretty sure Splashpost is attached somewhere.
Okay.
Somewhere towards the bottom. I can actually, if you want to.
It's on my page, yeah.
I was going to say, if they want to check it out.
People can have a little look. I'll just put the link on there. I might just get the link to the actual post. I'm just letting it come up, and then I'll hopefully.
But there should also be a way that you can disable that from showing up.
I don't remember there being a choice, but I also don't remember seeing it. So let me just open it up.
And if that's if that's something that, like I said, I'm a pretty open-minded guy. So if you have a good idea, by all means, if that's something that you need in order for Splashpost to work for you, send it over and we'll see what we can make happen. Same thing with the language thing. We're here to serve our customers, and we're here to make it work for them. So if you have a special need like that, as long as it's reasonable, we're going to see what we can do, and we'll find a way to make that work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I can definitely see what he's saying. He wants to, if he's going to do these posts for his clients, he's afraid that they might, find out about the software and such. I'll tell you, most clients are too lazy, and that's the reason why they pay you as a service, is because they don't have the time.
Exactly. So. But you don't. It's good. I understand where he's coming from. You don't want your clients to see that. I can't. Yeah. It's slowing down. I think because I've got GoToWebinar up at the moment. I'm opening it, but have a look on my page. I'll put the URL there, and you can see one of the posts. It's got a picture of the envelope and the @ symbol, and you.
Yeah, if he wants to, if you want to give him my personal email.
Sure. No problem.
And he can contact me, and I can get with Thomas personally, and give him a response and see what we can do for him.
Okay, cool. No problem. Okay. No problem. Go ahead. Sorry.
Is there no? You're fine. Is there any other questions that are kind of in the pipeline that we haven't addressed yet, or
Sophie has said that she's already signed up. She's been waiting for something like this to come along. She's a martial arts school and has struggled with social media. So that's great, Sophie. I think you're going to get some great results out of that. A perfect fit for this kind of product. And so it's great to see I love it when people take action, because they're going to get some great results for their business. So I think at the moment, Caroline's also asked whether we can give her a few Facebook pages where we can see this live. So I'll pop that down there as well on my page too, so you can take a look at that. You haven't got any other that you've got live at the moment, have you, Sweeney?
I mean, I have the
That's all right. I've got mine, so it should I should be able to I'm
I was
just
gonna
trying to
say
get the
I
URL
have
opening.
like the ones that I
So,
just showed them. I can. It's a little hard to
okay.
find.
Yeah, I know. Mine's been playing up as well, but it is. I'll put my actual Facebook page URL down the bottom, and you can take a look at that, Cara, as well. That's okay. But so far,
Here, and
that's all the
I'm gonna
questions.
send you
Yep.
Victoria. I'll send you a link right now,
Okay.
and if you send that to her, that should work. That should be one of the
Okay.
examples I just
Excellent.
showed, and
Brilliant. Okay.
that should work. And then if she clicks at the top, that'll be the fan page. If she
Okay.
clicks on that fan page, it'll bring her to, and then on the fan page, there's a few live examples.
Great. I'm just putting that in the bottom of the chat box as well. And a few people asking how long the offer's available, and obviously we're already selling some, so it's not going to be long. It's more on a quantity than an actual time period. So it's best to kind of jump in as soon
Yeah,
as you can.
yeah. I know that you were gonna try to potentially send a replay to your list.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So
So I'll try and get that out ASAP, and we'll put that on the Facebook page as well. So once we kind of do that, it sort of tends to reach a massive audience pretty quickly. So it's not a time sensitive offer. It's just a once it's gone, it's gone.
So I would say most likely, 48 hours or so, maybe
Yeah,
72 if you're lucky.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So it's good to see, a few people jumping on board already. And Anita said thank you. Oh, Cara said thank you for that link. So that's great. And end Aussie time. Yeah, so Anita, hopefully I answered that question. She said, yep, great. Okay, thanks from Anita too. So everyone seems to have got some great value out of this training as well. And I think this offer is pretty sensational. So I know I'm looking forward to using it on my clients' pages as well as my own. So it's fantastic deal too. It's great.
Awesome. Well, I mean, if anybody else has any questions they want to squeak in here real quick, we'll be, whether
Yeah,
it's,
just
if
looking
you
at.
have a niche specific that you want to potentially use it in or anything like that, now is your best chance. Otherwise, you're going
Okay,
to
there
lose.
is one last question. I know we'd
Okay.
like to keep to the hour just to respect everyone's time. But Gary has also asked how you use Splashpost to run a contest. And I know there's a there's a couple of options in there that you could use for a contest. So can you sort of run through ideas for that, Sweeney?
So the basis that you can do there is it kind of depends in the wording. Okay.
Yeah.
So you might say out of anyone that signs up to this deal or signs up to this email list will be entered into a chance to win. So you could say, 10 email people or 10 free accounts will be given away to people that register in the next 24 hours. Or there's also a coupon code. So you could do something in order with that coupon code of to give it away. Also, what works is running the promotion. So you might run a promotion and say whoever has the most shares or the most likes or the most comments is going to get, insert special thing here, but they also have to be registered on on the account. I would do something. I would consider some sort of combination, maybe like the top 5 people that get the most shares, likes, or comments are going to
Yeah,
get a free, insert free thing here, and
exactly.
then say 10 5 random people. Anyone who likes, comments, or shares this, any of those will get something free. So that's a way you can encourage kind of competition, and people,
Yeah,
really kind of try to get, they ask their friends to like it or ask their friends to comment on it, and that's going to get you
exactly.
more buzz. And
Yeah.
anyone's going to feel inclined to like it or at least throw their hat in the ring because you're also going to choose 5 at random.
Yeah, and I think it's also one of the other things that you can do is you can collect the email addresses. So you could use the email template where people, I don't know if you've got that one up because that might even be worth showing again. But it's that one's sort of the key post. I think it's so great that people can enter their email directly in the post. So you could do that, and then I love the way Splashpost allows you to straight away export those email addresses and you could put that in a little contest generator. There's lots of free contests. I think it's like random.org or random.com or something. So you could just take the CSV emails, pop them into a random winner generator thing. So you could just say, enter your email below. You could put a link to terms and conditions as well, because you want to be careful that you're just complying with conditions too. But that would be quite so Sweeney's popped it up there. So instead of, you can change that text that's in that lobster font, can't you, with a simply enter your email below. You can put in there, enter your email for your chance to win or something like that there, couldn't you, Sweeney? That's all.
Yeah, and if as I mentioned, with the with the chiropractic or the dentist, like that's the kind of situation where you're really looking to get clients in. So you might give away a free teeth, 15-minute teeth whitening, and to get commitment and consistency, make them call to claim it, So say that deal only lasts for 72 hours and you have to call to claim this deal. And then once you get their email address, you send them a couple emails to remind them, hey, this deal is going to run out in 36 hours if you don't call to schedule your appointment. And that's the way you can actually, instead of just getting an email, you can actually get someone to come in. Now, if you're giving away a product, or if you're doing any kind of product sales, that's a little bit easier, because after you get that email, you can kind of directly hit them. You don't need them to come in somewhere physical.
Yeah.
But yeah, for something like that in the local niche, that's how you would do it.
Yeah, I love that. That's good. So there are terms and conditions for contests on Facebook. So just Google those as well and make sure that you're complying so that you're in line with everything that they want you to do too. So check that out as well. But on the whole, that's totally doable and everyone's always looking for a sort of easy contest solution on Facebook. I think this is a good one.
Definitely. And like I said, it's something they still haven't seen, and it's definitely going to create a splash in the meantime, and it's going to continue to work well always, but especially when it's something that's this new and this fresh, and people aren't used to seeing it. I guarantee a billion people have not seen it yet, and most mobile users aren't used to this kind of thing. That's where it's really going to work well, and it's really going to convert well for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we said, there's a limited number of this software. So, this deal isn't out there all the time. It's not something that's, we're just putting fake scarcity on. This is just a genuine deal. I was able to be lucky enough to, through Loss and Sweeney, be able to offer this to you. So, and I'm not, I don't recommend tools every day, and I'm not sort of selling stuff here, there, and everywhere. I only really recommend the things that I know are going to make a difference to your Facebook profile, and this most certainly is. So it's nice to see a few of you already taking advantage, because I know I'm going to start using it a whole lot more too. It's great. So we'll respect everyone's time now. I don't think there's any other questions. So thanks so much, Sweeney, for running through all that. I think, that was a great training, gives everyone some good ideas. People really liked the way you outlined the times that were good times to post as well. I think people are always kind of asking that question, so it's good. And I think, that's great information, and I think everyone should definitely jump on board. So thanks for your time today.
Well, hey, I want to thank you for having me on, and I want to thank everybody, whether you're kind of ending your night with us or if you're starting your morning with us. I want to thank you guys for joining as well.
Yeah, it's great. It's funny, we were all in sort of different days and time zones and juggling it all, but it's great, the power of the internet, that we can have people from all over the world. I think we had some people from Slovenia and obviously UK, Canada, Australia and US, so it's nice to see everyone here. Thanks for taking the time to come on.
Awesome. Well, once again, thanks again for having me on, and I'm sure we'll chat soon.
Absolutely. The link, so everyone, the link was just in the chat box down below there, the splashpost.com/go/VG. So that will